Sometimes we don't say I love you every day, but we know the love is there. If you let me sleep and I'm letting you sleep and we haven't been at each other's necks, take that as love. The bassinet is lower, so sometimes she'll wake up and be like, feel it. Y'all see that? Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Aurelia Michael Holmgren here, and I am going to be doing a 1 month recap. My first month with a newborn. I took some notes, so I am ready to rock and roll. Okay, so the first week, the first 2 days, let's start there. So everything was going well, I thought. We thought she had latched well. We thought she was eating. We went in for her 2-day appointment just to check everything and found out she had lost 2 pounds. Now, it's common for babies to lose weight, but 2 pounds was a bit drastic. So we realized that she wasn't latching properly and I wasn't developing enough milk. So we basically had to go into triple feeding. So I was working on breast milk with her on the nip, and then I was pumping, trying to get something out of there. And then I was also feeding her formula. So it was an adjustment. I wasn't like hell bent on breastfeeding solely, so it wasn't like my ego was bruised. And I have a whole video on the lactation part, so I'm not gonna stay on that long. Feel free to check that out. But within that week, we were able to start getting her weight up. I started producing more, and now I am producing more, which is awesome. I think yesterday I was able to pump and stash like maybe 12 or 14 ounces, which is the most I've ever been able to do. And I got 6 ounces in one pump, which is the most I've had since the beginning. And I have like a $2,500 hospital grade pump they are letting me rent for free. So I guess they gave me for 3 months. So that has been extremely helpful. And as of this week, someone gifted me, because it was gifted to them, a handheld pump and hands-free pumps, which don't work as well as this one, but sometimes, like for right now, I just swaddled her and put her in bed, but she could wake up any minute now and I still do need to pump. So I may have to put those on in case she wants to be all up on me. So that was the first week. We had a few lactation consults. Some of them were very overwhelming, just a lot of information. I am taking some supplements. I mentioned that in another video. I think they're helping. Some people may say, I mean, it's one of those things where like, it's all I've known, so I feel like they're helping, but I can't say 1,000%, but it's easy to take. Most of them are 2 to 3 a day. I've kind of mastered how to take pills over the years, so it doesn't take anything, and I leave them right on. I'm sitting on the couch I always sit on pretty much all day, every day now, between breastfeeding and pumping, and I just leave them on the table and I just take them, so that's been pretty easy. She did her first photo shoot. Oh my gosh. She was actually pretty calm, but obviously they don't really smile in the beginning, most babies, so she was just kind of like, But we got a good shot and we were able to use that as her like announcement to the world, which was much better than what people thought I did, which was the fake baby I had sitting on a rocking chair and people being like, congratulations. I'm like, that is not a real baby. So we were able to do her first photo shoot, and we did her 1 month photo shoot, and she was a nightmare, but she killed it. We did something where we put the pacifier in, and then I'd be like 3, 2, 1, and I'd pull it out and he'd get a picture real quick before she crashed out. So it all worked out. And then Pepper just wanted to keep playing with her. He wanted to be on the mat. He wanted to be in the photo. It's a little camera whore, but we got it done. So my parents, as you know, were there November 28th to December 28th. And then his sister and nephew came on the 19th of December. His parents came on the 21st. His sister and nephew left on the 23rd, and his parents left on the 26th. So we were able to do a really nice dinner for Christmas. We were able to take cute photos of everybody before everyone left. And then my parents left on the 28th, in which I was a bit of a wreck, because if you know my parents, you know, if you've ever watched, there's a video on grandparents. I should have filmed them again. I filmed them before and I should have filmed them after. I think I'll have to get them on a Zoom and see their thoughts from before versus now, because my mom is just in love. She's in awe of me being a mother. I talk to her all day, every day. She's just like, my daughter, that's a daughter. my baby's a mother. It's really cute. So I miss them a lot. It's like our own little frat house. We have our own little world. They've gotten me into basketball. So I've been thinking about buying the league pass, but I'm like, I don't know. We'll see. But I miss them so much. But this gives us an opportunity to see, like, is this possible? And so what we've been doing right now is Adam takes her from 10 to 3 a.m. because he pretty much stays up anyway. And then I take her from 3 on. Now, sometimes there's a snag if, like, I need to shower, I went to the gym late, or he's not respecting my time and he's playing a game or something. But generally that works for me. And before, for both of us, and before, I would get up with her at 3, pump, feed her, and then I'd go back to sleep, wake up and do it again, go back to sleep, wake up and do it again. But I will wake up and be like this. And I was like, that's not safe while feeding her on the boppy. So I just stay up, and that's like my quiet time. I'll feed her, pump, and she'll be quiet, and I can move around and get stuff done. So, and then I took a nap today, for instance, and now I feel like rejuvenated, and that's been working so far. So we'll see how long that lasts. I think the most constant thing about babies is change. So this is the first time I put her down in a bassinet during the day. She'll just sleep in the middle of the bed. We'll like clear the bed and have her sleep there because it's higher, so we can lay her down ever so gently, but the bassinet is lower, so sometimes she'll wake up and be like, and then she can't go back to sleep. Also, come on, it's not a lock update, but we're about to hit 1 year. I mean, come on. Have y'all seen that 1-800-CONTACTS commercial? I mean, come on. I need to do a video on the 1 year. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. But yes, sleep. That's how sleep has been going. So when people see us, they're like, y'all look rejuvenated. It's because we're trying to find a way to still get 7 hours of sleep, even if it's broken up. Last week 2 weeks ago, I did my 3-week check-in. My OB, Dr. Fisher, who showed up on my delivery day. It was not her day to be in the office or the delivery rooms, who came and watched my delivery. We did a 3-week check-in. She cleared me to drive, which I did for the first time. And then I've also driven for the first time with her. We went to my BIH. It was a prenatal group I used to go to. Now we have a postpartum support group that we go to, and everybody brought their babies, and it was so freaking cute. But yeah, that was my first time driving with her, and I was so nervous because I forgot to pack the mirror. So she was sleeping on the way there, so I had to listen for the... And then she was just cooing and cawing and all the things on the way back. So it worked out, but I was like this. Like an old lady. I was like, I'm so scared. But I got cleared to drive. I got cleared to work out. So I've just been doing cardio, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. I talk with ChatGPT about exercises just because I'm not ready to do like a full-fledged program yet. Hold on. One thing about, I don't even mention it here, but now that I think about it, when I get into how I've been physically dry, my skin has been peeling. 1 minute it's super just luscious, and the next minute it is peeling. My girl Keena gave me this. Sometimes you think you need to buy somebody the world. I don't even care if this was gifted, child. Oh, and it's Burt's Bees. Oh, I feel it. Y'all see that? Okay, popping. But that has been a doozy. So yeah, I got cleared to drive. I got cleared to work out. I didn't get clear to have an energy drink, but I had one, child. I needed that. In terms of sex, I'm not cleared. I'm on a progesterone only pill because I'm breastfeeding. I can't go back on my normal birth control, so I'm on that, and it is equally effective. But apparently, if you don't do it within the hour that you say you're gonna do it, you pretty much need to do it at the same time every night. So some people, want to get the shot and all the other I'm not doing all that. I did this for 20 years on and off. I could do it again. So that's what I've been using, and I got so I'll be cleared after 6 weeks. I also, let me not get off track. I have friends visit. So the first person I think that visited officially was my doula. She came on New Year's Day, checked in on us, gave us some tips. She's going to be sending us a little gift. She wasn't able to find it before we met up, but it was really nice to have her here, have her look at the baby since she was there during delivery. And then my girl Tiff also came that day, and she brought some black-eyed peas, rice, cornbread, and something else that didn't last. Oh, and collard greens. I say, you my kind of people. My girl Keena came, my sorority sister, and just loved on her. My best friend David came, and then the surprise of all surprises, my little brother, I call him my little brother Zach. He lives in New York. His birthday was last week, and he came and surprised me for his birthday so he could meet baby girl. And it was everything I needed, because I had a meltdown. If you are one of my close friends on Instagram, you saw it. I had to go out on the balcony. I was like, hey, I'm putting this baby down right here. Watch her. I'm going on the balcony. It was one of those days where, and this goes into how I'm feeling emotionally, I'm not a big homebody. I like to be home. I like to be in the house. I don't like to be out late. But I'm not a big, like, by myself homebody. And I'm definitely not a couch potato. Sometimes it's hard for me to even sit and watch something on TV without checking my email or reading a book, or like finding something productive to do and like multitasking. So in a good way, this has slowed me down. Like, it is now 3:48 and it almost feels like I have done nothing today. Like, I just get up and pump, and then I slept, and then I woke up, and then I fed her, and boom, it's 4 o'clock. So it feels like I've almost done nothing, even though I have gotten some things done earlier before my nap. It just feels like that. And so it was one of those days where I was just in the house all day with her. My friend came, so I was still in the house with her. And then Adam left for the gym, and then he came back and was kind of moving slow. And so I was with her for 3 hours by myself. And it's one of those things that my girl Lexi told me one day when I went to visit her. It's like, don't matter if you have sitters, nannies, your mama, your husband, like, a baby who has their mother with them needs their mother. And so even though everyone's help is great and having Adam is awesome, like, she needs me. And so it's like really learning to, as they say, walk with the speed of Jesus, like really moving slow and honoring this time that I won't get back, and honoring this time that's so significant for her development. If that means I got to sit on this couch all day till my butt hurts, then that's just what I've got to do. But what I've been trying to do is find different stations for different things, so I'm not just here all day. And then telling Adam actively, like, hey, in an hour I'm going to the gym. Hey, in an hour I need you to take her. Because he's not very initiative driven. It's more like, just tell me what you need. And I told him, like, I don't want to always do that, because I'm not looking for an assistant. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a partner. So I'm not always going to spoon feed you what I need, but take a look around. Is there something that could happen right now that would be helpful? So emotionally, it's just been like, there's days where I'm outside and he lets me out, and I'm out and I'm doing my thing, and I come back and I feel just rejuvenated. And then there's days where I just feel like I'm stuck to this couch. Okay, so we'll just end with how I have been this month, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally. So physically, God is so good. Like, I'm going to just knock on wood just in case, but I have to be honest that this pregnancy, delivery, and recovery, on a 1 to 10 scale of difficulty, I would say, and I'm not trying to like shove down my experience, I'd probably say like a 4 or 5. Pregnancy, the biggest thing was food aversion, and not telling people in the beginning, and just having to like drive all the way 2.5 hours to work sometimes and back. Like, it was external things. So I'm grateful for that. The delivery, although those contractions during that hour and a half where I could not get an epidural because the internet went out, go ahead and check that video out. My birth story. That was no joke, but once we decided on the C-section, everything just went so smoothly. And then the recovery, like, I thought I was going to be bedridden for weeks. You know, you read all these books and listen to podcasts and listen to audiobooks, and within that first week I was up and moving, and, you know, little pains here and there, but I just felt like God was healing me from the inside out so quickly, and I'm so grateful. Almost enough that people were like, so then that means you would do it again? Now, let's not get crazy, because I don't mean the next one's going to be like that. But already about to be 41, if I had a child, if I got pregnant around 42, like, I don't know if that's something I'm necessarily interested in. I'm an only child, and I loved it. She would love it. And I think financially, we also want to do what's best for the family and what's best for her. So that's how I'm physically feeling. My energy kind of dips here and there, but I love being up in the morning. I love watching the sunrise. It just fuels me. The quiet just fuels me. And overall, like the sleep deprivation training I did ahead of time, for those that don't know, I would get up. Whenever I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I would just stay up for 2 hours and try to do work. I honestly think it did help. I think it did teach me that my sleep will be interrupted for whatever reason and to do whatever. And I'm doing less now with the interrupted sleep than I was then. But I think it was definitely helpful. And so I would recommend to anybody, like, that month before, starting to sleep deprive yourself and start training yourself, because if I had just kept getting all that glorious sleep and then all of a sudden cold turkey to what we were trying to do, I think I would have been miserable. Spiritually is a process. I was like, okay, top of the year, me and God, we going hard. And I guess we are, but what I realized after watching some sermons this week is that my expectations of what God can do in my life has definitely lessened. It's definitely slipped. And it's almost as if I believe he can do extraordinary things to other ordinary people, but not for me. And so thank goodness he meets us beyond our expectations. And I need to start raising my expectations and praying more and just believing in him, and making him more the center of my day-to-day, in the moments where I get frustrated, not just sitting out on the balcony and just wanting to crash out, but just stopping and praying and play worship music. Like, I need to include him in my down times and not just in my up. I'm looking forward to getting back to church in February. I'm looking forward to getting back to the choir in February. I'm looking forward to everybody meeting her. Like, I'm excited for her to be in the faith, for her to start going to children's church, like putting her in cute outfits, twitting, I'm excited. So that's my physical, that's my spiritual. Emotionally, I am better. This is really forcing Adam and I to constantly communicate and communicate in the moment, when things are working, when they're not. Obviously things, change during this time, and maybe our personal love isn't the top priority, but we still make sure that we hug every day, we kiss every day. Sometimes we don't say I love you every day, but we know the love is there. If you let me sleep and I'm letting you sleep and we haven't been at each other's necks, take that as love. So that's physical. Oh, mental. I think my mental is good. I did hit a little stagger today, a little like, because I'd like to go to grad school this year, but I greatly misunderstood the price. It's almost twice what I thought. But that leans into my expectations. And it's like, okay, now that I know this information, do I believe in God half as much now because I know it's twice as much? Or do I say, okay, God, if this is your will, if this is what you have planted on my heart to be a professor, then I'll make it happen. And I think it's just my ego when it comes to like loans and things like that. Like, I like to pay my cards off right away. I don't like to have, bills. I don't like to have interest. But what I desire to do requires a degree. So that's what we got to do. So overall, I am blessed. She's 6 weeks now. So I'll probably tap in after the 12 weeks, like the fourth trimester, and just see overall how things are going. I had a postpartum massage, which was amazing. She massaged my C-section area, which I'm glad she did because I didn't have the balls to do it right now. That has been a very rough area for me to like dive into and touch, and I just get nervous. So I'm glad she did that for me to kind of start it off so I could know what that felt like. I have a postpartum personal training session coming up next week. She's coming to my building, to my gym, so I'm excited for that. And I have a pelvic floor session just to kind of check everything out and see how we're doing. So self-care is on high. We getting it done. We drinking our water. So this is our first night at home, and things definitely got dicey. She was not trying to eat. I mean, this sounds like a good thing. She was just trying to sleep. Girl just wanted to sleep, and I feel that. I just want to sleep. But she did not want to get up for her 2:30 feeding, which turned into a 3 o'clock feeding, which now turned into a 3:30 feeding. So I had to call like an advice hotline where they asked me 1,000 questions. And by the time they finished, she did some resemblance of a latching. I don't even know. I don't care. I'm just like, get something, girl. She's so lucky. She's cute.
Let's see your baby sister. Come on.
so excited.
He misses you.
Come on.
All right, y'all, here are my godsend parents helping me out, helping us out. Just took Pepper out, about to take the garbage out, doing the dishes, helping cook, getting their game on. Love them. Pepper, did you prepare for your sister? I told you she was coming, right? You watching her move? I know, it's crazy, right? One thing Daddy gonna do is help get this drainage, all this IV out of my legs. Look at these thighs. Oh my gosh. All right. It is Monday, December, I think 9th. It's my first time outside my building taking a walk. Come on, let's go pee-pee this way. Taking the boy out. You see what they did to my building? Hot mess. Anyway, feeling okay. I don't think I've pushed myself too much today, but we're getting there. So tomorrow we'll make 1 week down. All right, we are on our first walk in the park. We are 10 days postpartum. Incision's feeling all right, so I figured we go for a little stroll. He just want to, usually it's the woman strolling, doing the stroller, but Daddy over here want to do it, so I'm gonna let him do his thing. I'm feeling good. I just ordered a gazillion pills to help with my lactation insufficiency, which I say with no insecurity or anything like that. It is what it is. These big old tits. Come on, Lord. Put them to work. That's the only person I know that can fart while eating. Gone.
Just tilt you up a little bit. Were you crying? Were you bawling?
I did not.
We minding our business because we don't leave the house. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. You gotta like, comment, share, subscribe. I cannot believe she was quiet for this entire 19 minutes and 7 seconds. Won't he do it? Yes, he will. Peace.